I really gotta update that. Those videos are like 2 years old. Hello everybody, Skywarp33 here, and today we're gonna be looking at Spamton G. Spamton. Where did I put his head? Ah, here he is. That's the boy right there. So Spamton is like a mini-boss from Deltarune, Chapter 2. He comes back in like a super form called Spamton Neo. So depending on how well this video does, if you guys really want it, I might try to make a full Spamton Neo costume, but I'm not currently planning on it. But if this video like explodes and gets like a quadrillion views, maybe I'll think about it. But yeah, so it's kind of just like a popular character at the moment, so I was like, hey, I gotta get in on some of those views. So here's hoping that you guys actually watch this episode, even though it's technically not Five Nights at Freddy's. But I made the entire face out of EVA foam, and then I used aluminium foil to build his nose and cheeks, and actually his hair, like these hair spikes on the back and the little tuff on the top, is all aluminum. And then I coated the face in foam clay, which is how it got so smooth, so that you wouldn't be able to see as many seams on his face from like the different shapes of foam, basically. And then I was trying several ideas for his glasses. The one I ended up liking the most was using some lights for his eyes, because originally I was just gonna paint some discs, yellow and pink, but I went ahead and went with colored lights instead, because it gives much more spooky vibe. Here he is with his eyeballs on, and here they are in the dark. Much more creepy. Now, this mask is pretty straightforward. He's basically got the standard kind of mouth movement stuff, so it's kind of just like a chin strap piece here, and when I open my mouth really wide, it opens his mouth, so it kind of isn't really connected very well. It's connected up on the center of his head, so his head can kind of move around, or his bottom jaw moves around a lot, but essentially when I wear it, it's like and so on. Now, you guys might be curious, how do I see out of this thing? Well, here's the answer to that. Nostrils. Yeah, so it ended up kind of working out pretty well with the design of the character. Originally I was going to try to do like some holes underneath his glasses, but I didn't like the look of that. But then I realized he's got such a big nose that I could just add nostril holes, and they kind of just ended up lining up really well with my eyes. So it is true, I see out of his nose. It's not the best view from this angle, but basically when I wear it, I have to when I'm walking around, I kind of have to have my head tilted up a little bit more to see, but then if I'm gonna wear it at like a convention, I'll have to tilt his head down a little bit to be able to look more accurate, because then I'll just be like this in all the pictures if not. So whenever people are gonna take photos of me wearing this at YumaCon, I'm going to be at YumaCon this year, I'll basically have to not be able to see what they're doing, so I'm going to have to use my ears. So, you guys might be curious why I decided to make it as a full mask instead of like a little figurine like Jevil up there. Essentially, I decided to do it this way because I'm planning on doing a horror short based on the scene where Chris first meets Spamton in the alleyway, so I'm going to do it on more of like a creepy live-action horror version of that scene. I've seen the animated version get a lot of views and the original version get a lot of views, so honestly, I'm doing this for the views. We'll see if it works or not. But yeah, so other than that, that's pretty much the whole video. He's got a really long nose, he's got 4 spikes on his hair. His eyes actually are technically removable. Now the only real reason to do that is to change the batteries, but I could technically like swap the eyes back and forth if I was trying to do like where he like laughs a bunch, but also I could honestly just do that in editing pretty easily, so we'll see what ends up working the best for that. Like, specifically when I'm using him in like a horror short or like a YouTube short or something. But yeah, I definitely went more for the creepy look instead of just like the funny one, because a lot of people were going for more like funny or cool. I definitely think this hits creepy pretty well. And yeah, now, here is me wearing the entire costume, because the rest of it isn't that exciting. It's really just a suit and shoes. So, here it is! To some dancing music! Wow!